with Paul Cayard, legend in sailing, long-time star sailor. When did it all begin, Paul?
Well, the star sailing part began in '77 for me in San Francisco. I raced in the 78 Worlds as a crew, got fourth, and just continued with it. My first regatta here in Nassau was in 1980 as a crew for Bill Gerard, and in '82 for Vince Brune. '84 I skippered myself and won here, my first Silver Star.
You're sailing with Austin Sperry. What can you tell us about Austin?
Oh, Austin's a great young sailor, 35 years old. You know, he's been to the Olympic Games in China. He came with me as a sort of a helper and a crew to our tune-up boat in 2004 in Athens, and he's a great sailor.
Interesting format of competition here. You've done a lot of sailing in all kinds of different boats. What are your thoughts on this format and the prize money?
Well, I think it's fantastic, of course, that someone is putting together an event like this. You know, this is like an Olympic Games style event. It's a small fleet, 18 boats. These are the top sailors in the world. These guys train, you know, at least 8 months a year. It's real serious. I remember when I went to Athens Olympic Games, I was in the gym 4 or 5 days a week, and I was sailing 4 or 5 days a week, and it's very serious. It's full time and, you know, very committed. You look at Robert Scheidt, who's here. He just won the Laser Worlds at 40. I mean, he's a professional small boat sailor. That's what he does. And so here, this regatta, the SSL, Star Sailors League championship, is just the best, the elite. And with only 18 boats on the track, you know, you got to have speed. There's not a lot of traffic. It's not like a world championship or a Bacardi Cup where there's 80, 90, 100 boats. Their tactics and strategy in dealing with the mass of boats is a big factor. And then you got to have speed. But here, when you just have 18 boats, speed kills. And so the guys who are well trained and familiar with the boat, they should do really well here.
Give us a bit more insight into, you know, when you approach a regatta like this, a kind of one-off, a small-scale regatta, you know, so much pressure on results. What's going through? What do you have to do to come on top here? Well,
again, like I said, first, Nassau is typically a venue where it pays to be fast, it pays to be strong. You want to be right on maximum weight because typically it's 15 knots, 18 knots, and big waves because the wind comes from the east. And it's a beautiful place to sail. It's my favorite place in the world to sail. And I have won here probably at least four times. I've been racing here more than 10 times in Western Hemisphere championships usually. And so I know what it takes, and you know, you just got to be fit and strong and fast, and we're going to be doing 3 or 4 races a day, so you got to be, you know, even aerobically fit to recover from that. So it's not a shifty place, it's just a speed place.
Hey Paul, you look quite fit to me. You look trim and fit. You've been down the gym, you've been with your Artemis America's Cup team and training with these guys. Tell us about that.
Well, I'm right now I'm actually the lightest I've ever been. I weigh 89 kilos, and that's a little light, and I'm a little less muscular than usual, and that's not to really my advantage here. But yes, I'm lean and fit because I've been running and doing other things, but I'm not really starboat fit.
And final question, how much would it mean to you, Paul and Austin, to do well here, to get into that final cut of top 4?
Well, it'd be really, frankly, quite surprising if we were in the top 4. It would be a pleasant surprise. I think it'd be fantastic for us to make the cut on Friday and be in the top 10. You know, it's been 4 years since I stepped foot in a starboat, so you know, it shouldn't be and it won't be easy for us.